everyone, Marches here, and today we are comparing the PG3s and the Day 5s, two of the top signature models from Adidas and Nike, but they are budget models which are also very good, especially for your wallet. So we'll compare them, which is better and what's the difference between the two shoes and which one you will get. But before anything else, I would just like to remind you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and like this video afterwards and watch my other videos. It will help out a lot. Now let's move on to the comparison between the two shoes. As for the uppers of the two shoes, the PG3s has a mesh upper and very similar to the mesh upper of the Day 5s, which for a budget model is very good performance wise. Both materials are very supportive, doesn't stretch at all or just a bit if it does, and some colorways on the Day 5s also have synthetic leathers, which is more supportive but less breathability. As of now for the PG3s, I haven't seen another materials that they use on the upper of the PG3s. It's very similar to these but just different colors with different patterns. Overall, for the uppers, for the forefoot area of the shoes, both are very supportive. The PG3s has wings for lateral and medial support, while the Day 5s has this TPU plastic on the lateral part, and also you're sitting below the cushion, which also cradles your foot. Your feet doesn't slip at all in the footbed, and also in the PGs very similar, no slipping off the footbed. The fit on both shoes are very nice. It gives you that one-to-one feeling fit, no complaints there. I think they're both equal. And now for the lacing system, the Day 5s has a traditional thong lacing system, which is very easy to put your foot in. Just loosen up these laces, and it's very easy to tighten it up too. For the PG3s, the half booty, half thong. So you guys, some of you are thinking of half thong, half booty. For this one, it's also very easy to put your foot in. Also a low cut, which makes it easier to put your foot in. And this is a mid-cut shoe. So for the heel part of the shoe, if you're someone who likes more ankle protection. Of course, the Day 5 has a higher cut compared to the cut of the PG3s, which is low, but heel containment on both shoes are very nice. No heel slippage, heel support is there. Both have internal heel counter, which really hugs your heel down very well, and it doesn't move at all. And also the two shoes have very nice Achilles pillows, especially on the Day 5s. It feels like there's a comforter blanket that's hugging your ankle area, which gives you a very nice feeling. And at the same time, PG3s, no discomfort at all. Very comfortable shoe. As for the upper of both shoes, I will say it's equal. Both have the same strong points. Aside from some of the Day 5 colorways like this one, it has a felt backing, so it's harder to clean it up when it gets dirty. So you need to give extra care for it if you want it clean. Now moving on to the cushion of the two shoes. For the Day 5s, it has a full-length bounce cushion, very responsive, very low to the ground, and it is very plush in the forefoot. It has a good impact protection, not excellent, but the core feel and responsiveness of this shoe is awesome. Comparing it to the PG3s, it has an injected pylon, and there's a forefoot zoom unit, which is very bouncy right off the box. It is also very low to the ground, very responsive shoe. So comparing it to the Day 5s, bounciness goes to the PG3s. But if you want a more plush forefoot and just the right amount of bounciness, the Day 5 is the way to go. But if you want a bouncy feeling on your forefoot, of course the PG3s. Feel like this is more closer to the ground compared to the Day 5s because the bounce cushion in the forefoot of the Day 5s is thicker compared to the injected pylon found here on the PG3. So if you want plushness, Day 5s. And as for impact protection, I would give a slight edge on the PG3s. The injected pylon in the PG3s is more plush compared to the bounce cushion on the heel part of the Day 5s. So take that as a grain of salt. Now moving on to the outsole of the shoes. The PG3s has moon craters traction, while the Day 5s has a herringbone pattern traction. So for me, if you watch my other videos, the traction on the PG3s is beastly, very dependable. On the dusty court, it still grips. While the Day 5s on a clean court, it's very good, especially this colorway. My only gripe about the Day 5s, different colorways, like the first one that I had, which is the China colorway or the Chinese New Year colorway, the traction was really bad. Even on a clean court, it really needs to be really clean to prevent it from picking up dust. This one doesn't pick up that much dust. It grips, but it really depends on the colorway, while the PG3s is very consistent on all colorways, like what I've read from my other viewers and the other sites that I read. It doesn't matter what colorway you got, very grippy, it's very dependable on dusty courts. and I like that, so I don't have to worry if I have to bring an extra shoe when I'm playing on an important game. Traction in the PG3 is amazing. It's one of my favorites. For this Sugar G colorway, it's very good too, but for the other colorways, cannot vouch for it. You just have to try it out. But for this one, it's really good. For the Dame 5, it's okay for outdoor use. Also for the PG3s, especially for the Asia release, which uses XDR rubber made up of very hard rubber. Outdoor use is also okay. As for the width, here's another difference between the two shoes. The Dame 5 is a little bit wider, and I felt that when I was wearing these two shoes on my feet. It felt more stable in the Dame 5s because it has a bigger lateral outrigger compared to the PG3s. The PG3s is not that flat, as you can see here, comparing it to the Dame 5s, which is more flatter in the forefoot. For me, I felt more stable on the Dame 5s. And as for the heel part, a little bit wider on the Dame 5s. Goes up here just a little bit. For sizing, true to size on the PG3s, half a size down on the Dame 5s if you're a regular footer. For wider footers, half a size up. And for wide footers, I think you're more safe on the Dame 5s because the PG3s has a narrower upper. It has a lesser room on top of your foot, while the Dame 5s has a little room on top of your foot. They're both priced equally, so if you would let me choose which I would prefer, if there's just one shoe, it's a PG3. Although I like the stability on the Dame 5s, the traction of the PG3s won me over because it's really dependable. It's one of my favorites. That's the only gripe that I have with the Dame 5s. If only it had a very dependable traction rubber compound. The Dame 5s is an excellent performing shoe. If you're always playing on a clean court, no worries. And if you don't mind wiping always, the Dame 5s is an excellent performer too, and it looks good, especially this Sugar G colorway. There you go. That's my comparison between the PG3s and the Dame 5s. I hope I helped you guys out. Let me know what you guys think. Just leave me some comments down below. This has been Marcius once again. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!